mentioned that a stat like that might even be more important to him than what his ERA is. Would you agree with just the value that that stat has for a starting pitcher?
Yeah, Paul's such a competitor, and I think that I think the way he's looking at it is how it helps the team and innings, and obviously his ERA is fantastic. Under 2 is unbelievable, but that just speaks to who he is and what he means to the team, and that really he's putting the team first in all of his thoughts and when he goes out there.
How do you go about as a team? I mean, workload, building it up gradually, and he has that type of goal right there. I'm sure there's part of you, maybe the old school baseball fan, that's like, yeah, let's do that, and the other part of you that's like, is that the right calculus to make sure we take care of that arm?
Yeah, you hit it. And Paul, as all of our pitchers are, very important, and we want to make sure that they're in a good spot from innings, workload, everything that goes into it. You see the way that he works every single day, the prep that goes into it, in between starts on those days, the bullpens, he takes care of himself. So just monitoring every start that he goes out there, that he's in a good spot to continue going and finding ways to put him in the best position possible too.
That process that he goes through, I mean, I'm sure you've seen it on a daily basis. Well, what do you think that says about him, just kind of as an athlete, to stay so committed to that on a daily basis to make sure he's ready?
Yeah, he is. Committed is a great word. Driven, detail oriented, and the thing that impresses me most about him is he's quality over quantity. He's not just going out there. It's not eyewash. He has a set routine that he does, and it's not going out there to throw a ton of pitches. He knows what he wants to do, and he sticks to it every single day.
Does that routine make it easier to keep him in there for 7th, 8th, even potentially 9th inning at some point?
Yeah, I mean, you know that he's prepared. You know that he's efficient in what he does. I mean, he uses his lower half extremely well to generate the power, and that he's working hard in between starts. So when he goes out there, just monitoring those starts and seeing where he's at, talking to him, making sure that he's in a good spot, and letting him go as long as he can.
Does he do anything still that surprises you? Or is it just we've seen, pretty much everything in these first 37, then everything's on the table?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, the thing that surprises me the most that stands out is just his ability to pitch. You see a lot of young guys that come up that can throw hard and they want to light the radar gun up, which he can do, but he's able to adjust and go to different pitches in and out, and mix it up, which is very unique, I think, for a young pitcher that has the power and the arsenal that he has.
John, a lot has been said, obviously, and rightfully so, about Paul. What about their guy today? He's, one of their young prospects coming up. What do you know about him?
No doubt, he's exciting and good arm, and just has not many starts here in the big league, so not a lot to go off of. But the game plan, just continuing to get a pitch that we can handle and keep him down in the zone to be able to handle that. I think that when you see these young guys that come up, it's exciting. I'm sure Cubs fans are excited about him, just like we are about all of our young guys.
One other one about Paul. Is there an adjustment that the last time he faced the Cubs, he gave up 3 homers? Is there an adjustment that he needs to make against this lineup, or is it something that he's already made and we've seen it with his success over the last 6 or 7 starts?
Yeah, the thing about Paul that you see is he's pretty, for a young guy again, quick to make adjustments. Mm-hmm. In game with pitches, but then also game plans against him, and it's just something that he's always working on, always thinking through, and him and Henry, getting together on a game plan for each team individually whenever he starts, and they met this morning as well.
We kind of talked about Frage in the recent weeks, but what have you seen from him at the plate? I think he's hitting close to 300, 350 over the last 15 games.
Yeah, just competing. What a competitor. Barreling balls up, not trying to, he's not trying to hit home runs. He's going the other way like we saw yesterday. Having good at bats, finding ways to get on base, and he's come up with some big hits and some big moments too. The other day, tacking on that run late was really big for us, getting to a 3-run lead. And not to mention just his ability to play defense. He made a great play and left that running catch, and then obviously we saw the play yesterday here at Wrigley, going from second all the way to the line to catch that ball. He's done a great job for us.
Is his approach something that can kind of wear on a lineup in a way, like kind of filter throughout, guys can follow?
Yeah, it'll rub off on guys, and I think that we've seen that a little bit, in those moments of coming up with guys in scoring position, finding ways. He had a big hit against Milwaukee against the lefty earlier this year with driving some runs in, and I think that it is something that can rub off on the other guys.
Don, a lot of good teams, obviously, in Major League Baseball. On this current road trip for you folks, you're facing two of the best, the Cubs and the Tigers, record-wise. What are the positives, especially for young guys on your roster, measuring stick against teams like that?
No doubt. Coming into Wrigley to play the Cubs, Tigers have been playing really well, and last night, unfortunate, lost 3-2, but great game. We were right there, had a chance to win, and really just want to continue to build on that. Finding a way to compete and come up with some wins. We've played some really good teams recently and have been right there with them, winning some, losing some, but as we continue to grow and get better, these moments will add up, and guys will learn from them, and come up. We'll continue to grow, get better, and hopefully win more than we lose.